Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're here for the first time, my name is Melissa Reed and I am an abstract mixed media artist from Pennsylvania. So today I have got some watercolor paper and I've got these acrylic inks. I do not have a lot of experience with those, a little here and there, but I decided I wanted to play with these today. I ended up getting them at Joann's during their going out of business sale, and I really just wanted to play around and see how I could get them to move on the paper and see what kind of an abstract background I could make. So I had a 9 by 12 sheet of watercolor paper, and I just cut that in half and just made 9 by 6 sheets there that I ended up deciding on to use for this piece. I have a little bit of painter's tape down there just to keep a clean edge, and I saturated the paper with some water just out of a spray bottle and moved it around a little bit. I didn't necessarily want the water to go the whole way around all of the edges, so I just kind of randomly placed it before I decided to start adding inks. Now, this is the Dollar Raleigh, what is this color? Red Earth. And it's kind of similar to like a burnt sienna or something like that. When it hits the paper, it really turns such this brilliant color. And it keeps that brilliance even when it dries, which makes sense because it is an acrylic. And along with that, I'm using the Dollar Raleigh turquoise as well. And those are really the only two colors that I end up using for this piece. I like them because they complement each other really well, and I know that there is going to be some mixing of those colors, which is potentially going to create something that could be muddy, although it doesn't end up turning out that way, so that was a nice little surprise. And I'm basically just going in with a paintbrush and moving water around and moving the ink around and just really playing with it, trying to learn how it moves and behaves. So one thing that I should mention is in my early work, I used a lot of alcohol ink. And I became very familiar with how those worked, how they moved together, and what kind of designs I was going to get. I've talked about the alcohol inks before, and I can actually put a few up here for you to look at of my finished pieces of those. And that's kind of what I had in mind a little bit for what I'm going to do here today, is something along that style. But I wanted to see what the difference was with these acrylic inks and, how are they going to respond to each other and to water, and what kind of movement can I get, what kind of mixing is going to happen. So basically, this video is just about me learning how these work. Typically in my videos, I edit out a lot of my drying with the hair dryer like you're seeing me do here, but I decided to keep it in because some of the design is actually happening while I do the drying. As you can see, the ink is moving around, and I'm using a shop towel to absorb some excess, so I thought I'd leave that in so you can just see exactly how I end up with this end design. Now, my intention all along with this is not to just use the ink as this design in the background. I'm planning on doing some line work on top of this at the end, which you will see. Now, if you watched my last few videos, I did some collage mixed media backgrounds like I typically do, and then I used the Bombay black ink and did line work on top. Mostly I was doing florals. I'll post some of those up at the end there for you if you want to take a look at any of those if you haven't seen them. So I'm thinking I'm going to do something kind of similar here, although I'm not going to do florals. I want to do abstract line work with this one, kind of as an homage to my earlier work. And stick around, I'm going to put those up at the end for you so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Now, I'm going in now that that's dry a little bit, and I'm adding a little bit more of that turquoise on because, again, I want to see how it's going to respond at different levels of dryness through this piece. So I added it on before when it was very wet, and obviously it was moving and flowing and mixing together. This is still slightly wet, but not entirely. So naturally, I didn't get quite as much movement. Okay, so now I'm going in with that Bombay ink there, and I am applying this with a bamboo skewer with a point on the end of it. And a couple reasons why I'm doing this. I have tried using it with like a pen and nib, like you would traditionally use ink, and while that turns out great, when I tried it with this bamboo skewer, the bamboo held a little bit more of the ink, and if I turned it on its side, I could get thicker and thinner lines, as you can kind of see happening there. And I just like the way that looks a little bit better. Plus, it lends itself a little more to the abstract feel, which is what I'm going for here. You might also notice that I am holding the stick very far back. I'm not really holding it as a drawing or writing implement. If you find yourself, if you are trying to get lines that are less controlled and a little more free flowing, hold your implement towards the back end of it, and it's going to stop feeling like a drawing or writing implement, and it will just make more naturally abstract marks for you. Just a little tip, this works for me, and that's what you can see me doing here. For my composition, I am essentially doing 3 groupings of these loose circular designs here, and they're not, perfect circles. I don't want them to be. Some of them have flatter edges, which I like. I'm going to go back in once I get the main part of the design all drawn on there, and I'm going to be using some other, I think I end up using a Pitt pen. I'll have it up on the screen there. And I'll have all of these items that I'm using linked in the description with Amazon links. Like I said, I got the inks at Joanne Fabrics, but you can definitely order those on Amazon, and I will look for and put up links for those for you if you're interested. But at any rate, I decide to use other drawing implements to thicken some of the lines, and also I go in with a micron pen, you'll see here in a moment. And all I'm doing there is looking for difference in line weight, just to add some variation and interest to the overall piece. Now, I don't end up doing a lot with this piece. This is basically just a little bit of play for me. I'm experimenting, I'm learning how the medium works and what I can do with it. So I will say this so far. It behaves very similarly to watercolor, not so much to alcohol inks. Those tend to not blend really at all. They will push each other out of the way on a substrate. These blend more like watercolors, and I do like doing watercolor backgrounds, but for me, when I go to do any pen work, and I've always used micron pens mostly for my line work, I want a nice thin tip on there, but because watercolor will, reconstitute once it gets wet again, it tends to bind up the tip of the micron pen. And I found that using these, you do not have that problem, obviously, because acrylics don't reconstitute with water. So you have a lot more, you have the ability to make much more strikingly contrasted lines, which I like very much. So working with these has given me about a billion ideas of different things that I would like to, different designs that I would like to try, and different ways that I might want to go in and use the ink. So I'll probably be playing with these inks for quite a while in my next few videos. I would love to do a large piece. Incidentally, I work very small on my videos, and while that's totally fine, and I do like the pieces that I create, I really have been itching to do a large piece. I like to work a little bit larger, but I am literally filming these with my phone on an overhead phone holder, and I just don't really have the proper equipment to be able to film myself working on larger pieces in a way that I find is going to be like even a little bit enjoyable to watch. So that's a challenge I'm trying to overcome, and I'll get there eventually. I'm going to probably need to get some different equipment or something, but right now we work with what we've got, and if I can figure out a way to show you all larger pieces, then that will definitely happen. But I'm thinking I would definitely like to try some of these on canvas. I did finally order some more of my 6-inch by 12-inch cradled boards, those cradled panels that I like to use. So I'm going to get one of those gessoed up here, and maybe for next week, maybe the week after, I'm going to play with these inks and some design work on top of one of those. So I wasn't necessarily interested in worrying about a finished piece today, although I do like this piece, and I feel like if I would get some, matte board around it, it probably would be a standalone piece, or, or not. It doesn't always have to be, and that's something I struggle with. I don't know if you are the same way, but I feel like every time I sit down to create, there needs to be some sort of an end, some sort of product at the end, and I have to remind myself that it's not always about that, and learning is good, and practicing is good, and sketching is good, and not everything has to be a thing. So that's what I'm doing here with this, although I do end up really liking it. That color combination with that, what did I say that was called, earth red, and the turquoise, just beautiful together. Turquoise is one of my absolute favorites, as I've mentioned a million times, but those together with that black on top, and you can see there I'm thickening up some of those lines so that there is that contrast. I just think it works together beautifully. So you'll have to let me know what you think. Do you use acrylic inks? How do you use them? What do you use them for? Any tips or tricks I'd appreciate, and I'm sure other listeners would as well. But yeah, for the next couple weeks, we're going to play with these, and maybe longer. We'll just have to see. I've got so many ideas, like I was saying, and I intend to at least play around with them and see what I can come up with. But I will go ahead and put a picture of this up here at the end for you to see what it looks like up against a black background. And I'm also going to post some of my earlier works in alcohol ink with the line design over it. Now these paintings to come, or these pieces to come, these are all alcohol ink with micron pen that I've done in the past. I love the fine line work. I love the way the ink works, and I was just looking to see what I could get similar to this with the acrylics. But thank you all for joining me today. I hope you learned something. I hope it inspired you to make something new, and I hope you come back to see me. I put out a new video every Friday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, and so go ahead and hit that thumbs up button if you liked what you saw, and give me a subscribe if you hadn't. And I hope you all have a great week. Talk to you soon.